everyone. It's Shannon from ShannonFralish.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am in the San Diego, California area. So welcome and thank you for joining us for the first of our 6 cards that we're making with the November 2020 card class to go. It is featuring the Quite Curvy Variety Bundle, which is available now to customers. It includes the Quite Curvy stamp set. It's a clear photopolymer set that looks like this. It also includes, the bundle also includes the coordinating dies. So you see all these really nice curvy dies, and as well as the cutaway dies for some of the elements like the birds and the vines and the flowers, and even the standalone vine there. So that is part of the Quite Curvy bundle. And as a special kind of end of the year Christmas edition, they're also including the Curvy Christmas stamp set. Now this stamp set is also clear photopolymer. It's gotten some love already. And you'll notice that the images are similar to the other stamp set. So the Quite Curvy dies actually coordinate with the Curvy Christmas as well. And part of the Curvy Christmas bundle is the stamps and a 6x6 DSP in Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce, and Sahara Sand. And they're all kind of subtle prints that are perfect for Christmas. They're sort of a classic Christmas look. But I have to say that some of these I could totally see using at other times of the year. Okay, maybe not the, the fur and berries, but the stripes definitely. The graph kind of paper, and it's fun because it's kind of like hand-drawn graph. And then these are just little dots. This one, it's not too Christmassy, but then look what's on the back. It's stars. I mean, I could see something patriotic being made with that. So that's how these DSP patterns go. They have Christmas and sort of non-Christmas patterns on them. And that is part of the Curvy Christmas bundle, which comes along with the Quite Curvy Variety Bundle. This is available from November 3rd through the end of December. Once our new January to June catalog begins, just the Quite Curvy bundle will be available, the stamps and the dies. So let's get started. Our first card is something that I cased from our catalog. I thought it was really pretty. I just really loved how simple it was, but then it was very sort of sophisticated in the way the colors sort of built upon themselves. So we have Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, Pretty Peacock, and then Night of Navy. And you'll notice that all of these die cut pieces are mounted on top of a Night of Navy base. It has a little sentiment, which is from the Quite Curvy set. It says, "Made with love, just for you." Now, this card in the kit comes with a white interior, which you could stamp for whatever occasion you need. Maybe this is a birthday card. Maybe it's a congratulation cards or thinking of you. So there are lots of choices, but this is our card class to go. So I want to show you what is included in the kit. So it includes the envelope, obviously. It includes strips of all of the cardstock, as you see here in the sample. Here is the Night of Navy base. Here is the interior panel. And then here's that little bit of bumblebee gingham ribbon. There's just a little piece, and it's right here behind the sentiment. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to need to do is take care of die cutting all of these small pieces. Now, it's not going to be a hassle. We've got this gorgeous die here that has, I'm showing you, this is the the cutting side of it. It has one edge here, which will cut the straight line, and then all these little dots will be cut out just like it shows here. Now there is a curve to this die, obviously, thus the name Curvy. And you can see it's sort of random how the color cardstock is cut. It's not a science, I didn't do anything super special, but I just kind of wanted to draw your attention to that they're not all exactly the same. They're just, I just sort of randomly move the die on these smaller pieces of cardstock. By the way, this is Bumblebee. It's not Daffodil Delight, it's Bumblebee. So you can see I want to put the cutting edge, that straight kind of edge right there, that's the cutting edge. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to place it on top of the cardstock. So you can see you can manipulate where the curves are simply by moving the die across your piece of cardstock you'll cut. So I am going to go over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and run these pieces through with this particular die in order to get these pieces right here. Okay, you are given, these pieces are already cut to size. The card, of course, is a regular A2 card base. So it's 4 1/4 inches wide. And your pieces are 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So all you'll need to do is just go ahead and cut the curvy section of the curvy top of your paper. And we're back with all of the die cut layers here. So you can see here that I just sort of laid one on top of each other to replicate about the same size as the card front. And again, that sample is there, but no one else will see the sample, so you can put it together any way that you like. But I kind of like, I put it in this order, basically because, well, it was like that in the catalog, but what I see out of it is I sort of see the sun and lightening up the sky up to a certain point where the light doesn't go anymore, and it becomes a little bit darker. So here are the die cut layers, and what we're going to do now is simply adhere them to the Night of Navy card base. So what I think we'll do is we'll start from the bottom, from the top, and work our way down. Okay, so I'm just going to move these over. I'm going to use just the basic seal adhesive, the tape adhesive, and I'm just going to layer them down the card front. So I'm going to start with the Night of Navy, put some Stampin' Seal like product on here, and place it on the card front. I'm going to leave a little bit of space here at the top, not too much. And again, it's not scientific. I'm not going to measure or anything like that. So just kind of add there. And there we go. And if you find that there's a little bit that's going to hang over at the end, don't worry about it. We'll take our scissors and just sort of give it a haircut, trim off that edge. So for now, we're not going to worry about that. Just put them onto the front. The next color is Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to sort of let this bit of the curve overlap here and then come down. Again, it's not about science. It's just about your taste, what you like. So I'm just going to put some adhesive there. Like I said, I'll kind of let this piece overlap here. I guess what I am doing is I'm sort of making sure it's even on the left side and not worrying so much about the right side right now. And like I said, we can trim it off if we need to. The next color is Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space right here, kind of bring it down here, but I want to make sure that I do cover the edge over here. All right, super simple. Once you get those layers cut, it's a breeze. Can you imagine all the fun color combinations that you can make this card into? I mean, if someone likes pinks, I mean, you could go with all the different pink colors that we have. So those kinds of things. You could really do some fun things with this basic layout and scheme for the card. So the next color is Pool Party. It's a little bit lighter, blue-green. Go ahead, put these on. I think I'm going to have this top kind of come over here like this. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up a little further, like that. And I'll use my grid lines now. Might be a little off, but it's all about the curves, so you can't go wrong, right? All right, so you got that. Now, next is Mango Melody. Now we're getting toward the bottom, so I need to kind of be a little more cognizant of where I'm putting things. I'm just going to lay that there, and here's my Bumblebee, which will be my last layer, and it's going to be even with the bottom here. So if I put that at the bottom, do I like it? And I would have to say that, yes, I do like it. I like how that dips under there. All right, so let's go ahead and lay the Mango Melody about, I'm just guessing, again, it's not scientific, just for eyeball, about an inch. About an inch. Okay, so lay this back up here, about an inch from the top there, from this top to that. There we go. And the last piece is Bumblebee, and I'm going to lay it right here. Now, if I don't like that it covers this much here, I could bring it down. You could always adjust this a little bit, right? Because it's going to cover. I think I will bring it down. I think I want it, let's see. I'm feeling with my finger. I can feel the bottom of the card is about right here. Yeah, I think that's about right. So I'm just going to guess it's about ½ an inch from there to there. That's what I'm remembering, so that I can lay it down there after the adhesive is on. Okay, so if I lay this down about ½ inch from here to here-ish, making sure it's kind of straight on that side. Yeah, there we go. Now, I like the way that looks. We just have to take care of a few beauty blemishes here. So I'm going to get my scissors and just snip along here and then snip at this edge. So, all right, so here's the front. And what I want to make sure, because I could feel it as I cut, I want to make sure that these, if there are any flaps that are really loose, oh, actually there aren't. I thought there were. Okay, I guess these are pretty well glued down. Crisis averted. All right, so we basically have our card front, and now we'll just need our sentiment. So what you'll need is some white scrap cardstock and the stamp from the Quite Curvy stamp set, made with love just for you. And I'm going to use my stamp positioner here, along with Bumblebee ink for the sentiment, okay? So I have a piece of scrap cardstock inside my stamp positioner. It's being held down with a magnet, and the stamp is already adhered to the top of my stamp positioner. Okay, close the door, give it a little rub, open it. I think it looks really nice. I'm going to take it out of the stamp positioner. Oops, I think I better close my ink pad. All right, so now I am going to use my paper trimmer, and I'm just going to cut my sentiment strip down to a more manageable size, which turns out to be about 3.5 by 7/8 of an inch. So here's our card front. I'm going to place the sentiment strip right about here. I want this little piece of ribbon to stick out from behind. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and I'm going to take a little piece of tape, my buddy Scotch tape, take a little piece and just anchor it down here. Just hold it down. That way it doesn't go anywhere while I put the Stampin' Seal along the back of my cardstock here. So here is the sentiment. I'm going to line up the right edge of the sentiment strip to the right edge of the card. I just kind of fold any adhesive down that I see sticking up there. Okay. And there you go. There's a nice, fun, colorful, cheerful card. All right. Now on the inside, you do, in part of the kit, you get an interior panel. So you would just adhere it right onto the inside. All right, then it leaves a space for you to write. You could stamp a particular celebratory sentiment in there, and then you are finished with this card. And again, here's the envelope that comes with it. And there is our first card in the Curvy Celebrations card class to go for November 2020.